Okay, so this morning we're going to talk about the relationship of mood, emotion, mood, action, result, and reality. Yeah. So the connection is actually with that structure, with that sequence. But before we start that, let's look at an event. Yeah. Uh, an event happens. Have you come across a situation where the same event happens with two different people and they both produce two different results or two different actions out of the same event? Okay, so you have experienced this, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you have experienced this. Then you will realize that the power in creating a result out of an event is not based on the event, but it's based on the action that was taken because of the event. So that means in order for you to create a new reality, you first need to be conscious of the actions that you take. So not about the event, but the actions that you take. But now the question is, how come two people having the same experience produce the different result because they have two different actions? So that means the action must have come from a different place for each one of them. So in ontology, what we say is that your mood is what determines your action. So what's the difference between mood and emotion? A mood is an emotion that is taken and practiced for a long time, then it becomes a mood. For example, if someone is always sad, yeah, and he's always continuously being sad, therefore that emotion of sadness will then turn into a mood of sadness. And when you have a mood of sadness, every action that you take is based on the mood. Yeah? And therefore, the mood is very particularly important for us. Okay, now, let's now take a little bit step back and look at the mood and emotion. Why do we say a mood is a precondition to an action, yeah, and not an emotion? Because an emotion is a feeling that is at the spur of the moment. So for example, if I were to hit someone, he feels pain and he feels the emotion of anger, but that is only temporary. That feeling doesn't affect his action. Yeah. So let's take that same example. If he is the person that is always calm, relaxed, yeah, and he gets hit, yeah, he feels the pain. Does he feel the emotion of anger? Yes. However, because his mood is someone who is calm and relaxed, then the subsequent action that he takes would be something that may be reflective, or maybe forgiving that person. Versus if someone already has a mood of anger or frustration, and the same event happens, say someone hits him, he feels pain, and then the emotion is anger, and because he has a mood of frustration and anger, the action that he will take is lashing out. So what we need for us, in order for us to change our reality, is to actually examine the mood that we are in our life. Our mood is the one that will decide the results that we will produce. So that's one. The second thing about mood is programmable. Yeah? Meaning, say for example, if you have an organization and you create a mood in the organization of dependency. So this mood of dependency is the result you might not see immediately, but the result you would see in the future. So be careful of what mood you create. Yeah? And then the next question that you would be thinking in your head is that if that's mood, how do I create a healthy mood? How does mood being created? And a lot of people would say that mood is created out of culture. To some extent, it's true, because culture is defined as a set of behavior that is constantly being practiced by a group of socially or connected individuals. But culture itself is not enough. Just by doing certain behavior doesn't mean that you will create the mood. You also need to make sure that the behavior produces the experience that is intended. The experience is the one that will create the mood. So be careful of what you put into your organization. Be careful of what mood you are creating in the organization, because it will determine your future result. So therefore, emotion creates mood, Mood determines the action. The action that you take produces your result, and your result in life is the reality that you got.
All right, man. Beautiful. Beautiful.